Let's take a moment to make sure you are all registered to bid and donate. Open any browser and go to www.hospitalgala.ca. On the left side of the homepage screen, click Register. Fill in your information, and you're ready to go. To bid or make a donation, click the buttons on the menu to the left of the main screen. The online auction is live, ready for your bids, and will close at 10 p.m. tonight. Do you have your 50/50 tickets? Hey, it's not too late. Get in on the action and purchase your 50/50 tickets online at hospitalgala.ca until 9 p.m. When you purchase 50/50 tickets online, we will email you your ticket numbers instantly. The draw takes place at 10 p.m. and the big winner will be announced on our Facebook page.
This is Jack's story, or really, just the beginning of it. Without the ventilators at Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital, it would have been a very different and far too short of a story. My husband Aaron and I had been trying to have a baby for 10 years, the last 4 of which we spent going to different fertility clinics in the province. With the help of IVF, we finally got pregnant. We found out it was a boy and decided in private that we would name him after our grandfathers, 2 very brave, strong men of tremendous character and quick wit. In my 3rd trimester, I suddenly developed preeclampsia, which turned into something called HELP, a very serious condition, and my life was in danger. My baby was going to have to be born at 30 weeks and 6 days, over 9 weeks before his due date. That's a tall order for a human who only weighs 1,350 grams, about the weight of the average human brain. Jack Allen was born on June 20th, 2020 at 2:59 p.m. by emergency C-section, and he saved my life. Due to the anesthesia, Jack was born groggy and wasn't breathing on his own. While I was unconscious, my husband in the hall, and the OR filled with a medical team in full COVID-19 protective gear, Jack was immediately whisked away by the miracle workers who helped get his lungs breathing air for the first time. He was taken to the NICU, intubated, and required the assistance of a CPAP machine and oxygen support. I was taken to the ICU. COVID protocols prevented my husband and I to see Jack at the same time for the first little while, with the exception of Father's Day. I didn't get to hold my son for 3 days, but he was well worth the wait. For the first week of his life, Jack's lungs were too underdeveloped to breathe on his own, and he was hooked up to several machines. We were in awe watching the skilled team as they supported our little preemie. Throughout Jack's stay at the NICU, Aaron and I took turns commuting to Orillia to spend as much time as we could with our son. The care our family received was remarkable. Our gratitude, infinite. We discovered right away that Jack was feisty, a little fighter. Adversity had met its match, and one of the NICU nurses gave him the nickname Jack Jack, the baby with superpowers from the movie The Incredibles. Just as the doctors and the team of nurses in the OB and ICU took great care of me, now this new team was taking the very best care of my tiny baby boy. Jack had good days and bad, but his trajectory was always going up. He was getting better and better, stronger and stronger, and soon Jack was beginning to thrive. We got to take Jack home on August 16th, 58 days after he was born, and a week before his due date. He now weighs over 8 pounds. He smiles whenever he hears his dad's voice when he comes home from work. He loves cuddling his grandmas, and his favorite days are when we go for walks along the waterfront and he can breathe in the fresh air.
make a donation or purchase 50/50 tickets over the phone this evening, call 705-619-3340. Tonight, we are raising money for critical care and ventilators at Soldiers. If you are wearing a spooktacular Halloween costume tonight, or you are a master pumpkin carver, we want to see your photos. Please submit your photos to events@osmh.on.ca and be entered into our contest. Winners will be announced at 9 p.m. on our Facebook page. Feeling the need for some retail therapy? Well, check out our amazing lineup of auction items. There is something there for everyone. How about bidding on a fabulous 4-course tasting menu with wine pairings? This package includes cocktails and canapes upon arrival, courtesy of the Common Stove. Or how about a beautiful living room set courtesy of the Northern Joinery and Makers Market? Whether you're shopping for unique gifts, jewelry, ladies' wear, or local handcrafted goodies, Northern Birch Boutique has it all. Look for the red roof on Highway 11 North to find seasonal fashions, home decor items, and more. It may be a small shop, but the selection is huge. Open Wednesday to Saturday. Follow Northern Birch Boutique on Facebook and Instagram. Northern Birch Boutique is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Soldiers' Spooktacular Soirée. Thank you to all of our incredible sponsors, and a special thanks to our presenting sponsor, Northern Birch Boutique. Do you have your 50/50 tickets? Hey, it's not too late. Get in on the action and purchase your 50/50 tickets online at hospitalgala.ca until 9 p.m. When you purchase 50/50 tickets online, we will email you your ticket numbers instantly. The draw takes place at 10 p.m. and the big winner will be announced on our Facebook page. Let's take a moment to make sure you are all registered to bid and donate. Open any browser and go to www.hospitalgala.ca. On the left side of the homepage screen, click Register. Fill in your information and you're ready to go. To bid or make a donation, click the buttons on the menu to the left of the main screen. Who's excited for the Soldiers' Spooktacular Soirée? The Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital Foundation and Northern Birch Boutique proudly present the 19th Annual Hospital Gala. Soldiers' Spooktacular Soirée from home.
Thank you doesn't seem like a big enough word to embody tremendous impact that the support of the community has had on the staff and the team at OSMH.
The support that everyone has given us has been amazing, and just the feeling that what you're doing really matters is special.
Wow, the community was amazing. The messages of hope and that we're thinking of you brought a smile to my face. I looked forward to the beginning and the end of the day when I could look and see what new rocks were going to be on the walkway.
So certainly it's been challenging. At times it's also been very rewarding. There's been, many patients have been very thankful and appreciative, and we always get thank yous, but we're getting even more than usual.
Were we doing enough? Were we safe to go home? Were the kids okay? Was it okay to see elderly parents and things like that? It did impact certainly how we lived for several months there.
One of the things I'm most proud of was setting up patient and family communication so that the patients who are in the building could connect with their families at home who couldn't come in to see them.
The community has been outstanding. From day one, there have been amazing donations and incredible generosity from local businesses, and also even witnessing how family members look after their loved ones, whether they're dropping off items or just coming and hanging out outside to wave hi to their family members. It's been really impressive.
The night that the community members organized a parade of vehicles around the hospital, I think we all went out there just teared up thinking about how we felt supported and that the community was really backing us. I still get emotional even just thinking about it.
It was very touchy. It's just nice to know that the community is behind you.
Unfortunately, this isn't over. And I know it can be tiresome putting your mask on in stores, trying to limit how much you're going out, not socializing with family and friends is a challenge for all of us, but it's important, and that's everyone's job. I thank you for doing that and doing what you've been doing, the sacrifices that we've all made, and ask that you continue to do that.
This experience has just really reinforced that direct connection and the strong relationship between the hospital and the community and how we need each other.
Wow. Very powerful and moving moments there to kick off this incredible evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Soldiers Virtual Spooktacular Soirée. My name is Layne the Auctionista, and I'm so excited to be your show host and fundraiser this evening. As we begin tonight, let's take a thoughtful moment to acknowledge the history, spirituality, culture, and stewardship of the traditional land of the indigenous people of this area, the Chippewas of Rama First Nation, of the Chippewa Tri-Council, which also includes the Chippewas of Georgina Island and the Beausoleil First Nation. Thank you for welcoming us as neighbors and friends. Chi Miigwech. And again, to our sponsors, thank you so very much. Without your unwavering support, tonight would absolutely not be possible. And to all of you in your homes, your cottages, your condos, near and abroad, you are our Soldiers community. And we can't thank you enough for tuning in and supporting us this evening. Your financial support has never been more crucial. Tonight, we'll be working together to fundraise for critical care needs and ventilators at Soldiers. It's the best way we can ensure that we are fully prepared for what may lay ahead. And in just a few moments, you are going to hear from Soldiers patients, heartfelt stories from real people, people just like you and me. They will open up their hearts, share their experiences about the exceptional care they received right here in our community at Soldiers. You do not want to miss that. And over the next hour, make sure you place lots of bids on amazing online auction items. Head over to hospitalgala.ca to register and to bid. The online auction is set to close tonight at 10 p.m. sharp. And then, kids, it's party time. All right, right now I am going to pass the torch over to Carmen Stumpo, President and CEO of Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital.
Thank you, Layne, and welcome to the Soldiers Spooktacular Soirée. I'm Carmen Stumpo, President and CEO of Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this event. Like many of you, I'm enjoying this event out of the comfort of my own home. It's great that we can be together, even though we need to stay apart. And we are certainly living in some interesting times with COVID-19. We are all watching with concern as the number of cases increases, not only in Toronto and Peel, but in the Simcoe-Muskoka region as well. And this wave is different. It's complicated. We're doing our best to keep businesses open. We're doing our best to keep kids in school. And at Soldiers, we are working on multiple fronts to ensure that we're delivering excellent, compassionate care every day. Our assessment center is testing hundreds of individuals each day to find that one case that might prevent the next outbreak. We are planning inpatient capacity, not just for COVID-19, but for the upcoming influenza season we know is happening this winter. All this work is happening while our emergency departments are running at 100% and our operating rooms at 110% to make up for the surgical backlog from the first wave of the pandemic. So with that, I need to say a big thank you to our staff, our credentialed staff, and our volunteers. Their commitment, their dedication, their courage, compassion, and resilience go without saying. I am so proud to lead this team through the COVID-19 pandemic. To our community, thank you. Thank you for all the well wishes, for the hand-painted stones that line our sidewalk, walking up the ramp towards the entrance. I look at it every morning and think of how inspiring those messages are. Thank you to our local businesses who supplied warm food, coffee for our staff to keep them fueled. It's very much appreciated. And for the spirit of generosity this evening, for all of you who contribute so generously to the hospital, thank you. We have a long and uncertain road ahead of us, but I take great comfort in knowing we have such a wonderful community behind us. And now I'd like to take a moment to introduce two very special people, Rita and Lori. You will hear of Rita's story with a cancer diagnosis in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. We've gotten to know Rita and Lori quite well over the last 6 months with the team, and now want to share their story with you.
My mom's journey began the beginning of February. She came home from her winter home in Texas. She came to live with me while we started some health investigations. And then we discovered this tumor growing on her arm. We went to Emerge and were referred to Dr. Campbell, who did a biopsy the next morning, and they determined it was in Mom's best interest to have the surgery at Mount Sinai. We were in lockdown till a month after her surgery. We were always in fear that somebody would test positive in our limited circle. We didn't have a circle, it was Mom and I. But we were very afraid of getting any contact with COVID because it would mean we couldn't go to the hospital, we couldn't have tests done. And it was really imperative for Mom to have each of these tests for them to make the best decisions for her. But it was lonesome. It was Mom and I, and it was lonesome.
It was scary listening to all the news, and hopefully that didn't add to the problem ongoing.
Cancer's bad enough, but COVID is just as bad to deal with. My siblings, family, friends, relatives were dropping groceries and food off on the patio. My kids, grandkids, and Mom's great-grandkids would come and do window visits all winter for 5 or 10 minutes, as long as they could stand the cold weather. Unfortunately, about 6 weeks after her surgery, some of the tumor started to regrow again. So we were back to Soldiers. Because we were frequent flyers, people recognized us and said, "Oh, here you are again." We felt part of the family, honestly. Just the care. We've had so many MRIs, CT scans, bone scans, chest x-rays, blood work, cardiac workup, everything done here in Orillia. And it was amazing for us to be able to do that and for people to recognize Mom every time we went back. During our quarantine, one of the things Mom and I did was we started sewing masks.
Did a lot of sewing.
and all of Mom's great-grandchildren painted love rocks that we had noticed on our journeys up and down the ramp. And we met at the hospital, socially distanced our little family groups and placed our rocks, donated our masks, and donated some money to the foundation as well.
It was a nice day, really.
We're hopeful the radiation is helping at this point. We're happy to support the hospital because we have been there at least 25 times for tests in the last 5 months. It's really important for people of our community to be able to get the care they need here. And we're here to say it works, and we're just grateful.
Thank you, Rita, for sharing your story. What an amazing display of courage and family support in a time of crisis. Really, isn't that what community is all about? Rallying around each other when in need. Folks, that is why we need your help tonight. We need to ensure patients like Rita can continue to have access to the best equipment and the best care right here close to home. Now, let's take a moment again and thank our generous sponsors and donors who made tonight possible. Presenting sponsor, Northern Birch Boutique. Royal ProResp, entertainment sponsor. Aaron K. Watson Law, our Jack-o'-lantern sponsor. Pure Country 106 and 104.1 The Dock, mobile bidding sponsors. Wes Brennan Construction, costume contest sponsor. Council Portfolio Services and the Burton Team of Investment, wine sponsors. Heritage Place Apartments, silver sponsors. Tatham Engineering, wine glass sponsor. Hauser's Paint and Wallpaper, candy sponsor. Lake Country Office Solutions, candy apple sponsor. Northern Joinery, Nomad Studios, and Michael Martin Music, after party sponsors. K Knight Contracting and the County of Simcoe, program sponsors. KPMG, Audia Hearing Aid Center, and Sunshine Carpet and Flooring, ghost sponsors. Orillia Matters, Orillia Today, and 89.1 Max FM, media sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors, our donors, dinner party guests, VIP package purchasers, to those of you in costume, and to those of you who carve pumpkins, and to all of you who are tuned in right now. It's because of you that we were able to continue with this event virtually. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's actually pretty darn cool. And finally, thank you to our amazing committee who have been putting this together for months, navigating the pandemic to ensure they could still bring you a night to remember. And at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mark Rixu, Executive Director of the Hospital Foundation.
Thanks, Layne, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Foundation Board, our staff, and our Gala committee, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As I watch tonight's show, I'm really struck by what a powerful connection there exists between soldiers and our community. Tonight, we're here to celebrate that, but also to celebrate our amazing frontline workers, our staff, our doctors, our volunteers, for the incredible contributions they make to the health of our community. On that note, in reflecting on how far we've come in our COVID-19 journey, I do think that the community is our front line of defense and the hospital is our last line of defense. And the community has done an amazing job in keeping COVID out of our community. So whether that's wearing masks or maintaining social distancing or reducing gathering sizes, the community's done a great job. The hospital's also done an incredible job in preparing itself for a potential worst case scenario. We've invested over $2 million into acquiring more personal protective equipment and enhancing our ICU capacity. During this time, we've also received incredible support from the community, and I just want to say a huge thank you. We've raised over $500,000 to support our COVID preparedness efforts. Tonight, we hope to continue that in raising money to support the purchase of more ventilators. Your donation tonight will save lives. And in a way, that's an abstract concept, but I wanted to help make it concrete for you by sharing the story of Shelley Biscoe. Shelley is a nurse with nearly 20 years experience working at soldiers, and she's also a quality experience lead, which means she trains other nurses to practice at the peak of their potential and abilities. Her level of passion is so incredible that she actually inspired her daughter Sarah to take up the career of nursing. And that has some relevance to our story tonight, which I'll share in just a second. But in May of this year, Shelley was diagnosed with COVID. Now, you might expect that it was an occupational exposure, but in fact, it was an exposure that happened within the community. Shelley endeavored to take care of herself at her home in isolation, as we encourage folks to do. But when her symptoms got too severe, she came to Soldiers and ultimately ended up on a ventilator and in the fight for her life. And one of the most remarkable things about this story is that her daughter Sarah actually started her first day of work as a nurse at Soldiers on the day that her mother was put on a ventilator. This speaks to the incredible ability and commitment and dedication of our staff. She did that. She went to work that day because she thought that's what her mother would have wanted her to do. So, without further ado, I want to share with you Shelley's story. Here you go.
It was a snowstorm that day, and I met my brother and my mom. My brother was doing my mom's tire. Then it started to snow, and he ended up in my car. And my mom didn't get sick, but I did. And I looked after myself for 4 days with fevers of 39 and 40. I already suspected that I would be going to the hospital, and I packed my go bag ahead of time. And I remember walking out of the room and telling Vince that I was confused and it was time to go. I knew he had COVID too. And we just looked at each other and we knew that might be it. And we just drove to the emergency room. I called ahead to say I was coming. I was in the isolation room and it's all glass. Everybody was through the window trying to make me feel better and tell me how much they're look after me and don't worry. They told me that I had to be intubated. I knew in my heart of hearts that needed to happen, but I wasn't afraid because I know how good nurses are here. I did all the COVID training for the hospital, so I knew exactly what was going to happen to me. When you don't have the energy or the mind to breathe, the vent then takes over. The ventilator really is what saved me and bought me the time for my body to fight the disease. Just before they came in to give me my pain medicine and put me out, I told them that they better not give up on me. And they didn't, did they? No. And that was the last words I said, knowing that they might be the last ones I ever said.
My stepdad was also diagnosed with COVID, and my brother had to isolate in the house as well. And I was actually bringing groceries to them because they couldn't leave, as well as I was my mom's POA, because we just kind of decided that I think I had the best understanding of what your wishes were. Because my uncle and my mom had both gone on ventilators, we were thinking that my stepdad might too. I was kind of trying to take care of everyone, and then everyone was putting the thoughts in my mind of, well, what if both of your parents were to die? What would you do? That was very scary. So my first day, we were ventilated actually, and after my shift, they told me that I could go up and see her through the glass, and I was kind of nervous to see you, but I knew that no one else in our family had that opportunity, so I knew that I just wanted to lay eyes on you and make sure you're okay. But the hardest thing was, I think we talk on the phone 10 times a day, and the whole reason I became a nurse is because of you. And on my first day as a nurse, all I wanted to do was call you and tell you how it went, and I couldn't do that.
I was really sick. I had a consult for dialysis. My kidneys had stopped working. I know what the nurses would have thought at that point, because when the vented patient gets dialysis, that is a big step backwards. But they were like, just give her one more day, just give her one more day. From what I'm told, people would talk to me through the intercom because they couldn't always come in the room, and so people were saying positive thoughts and saying they were praying for me. I just turned the corner.
Once she had come back negative for COVID, they let me go and see her for the first time. She looked at me and her eyes just widened.
When I woke up, everything was so green, the sky was so blue, the leaves were out. And when I went to sleep, we'd had a snowstorm. No one really knows what I will be 6 months from now or a year from now. How are you doing today? Physically, I'm probably 90%. Every day I get a little stronger. The hospital saved my life, so I'd like to thank them.
The fact that you were here and being taken care of by the best of the best, I think it gave me such a peace of mind, and it gave me hope, and it helped me to continue on.
Thank you, Shelley, and to Rita and Lori earlier for sharing your personal experiences. Folks, you just heard and felt the meaning of why we're here tonight. And now we are going to call upon you to make that gift from the heart a charitable donation. You know, tonight is a very important night for soldiers, and our goal is to raise $50,000 in direct donations for critical care and ventilators. And I'm going to be standing here right beside you, encouraging everyone to get on board and make that donation. Every donation over $20 will receive a charitable tax receipt. Tonight, I am asking for absolutely everyone to get involved, and that means 100% participation. Imagine if everyone made a donation tonight. Imagine what we could accomplish together for soldiers. And please, it doesn't matter what you give, whether you give $1 million, $10,000, or $100. Please, as long as you give tonight, every gift, no matter the amount, is critically important. So this is how we're going to do it, everybody. You're going to grab your phones, get those phones out, because tonight we are using that super cool, innovative fundraising technology to ensure the best possible fundraising outcome. If you're already registered, go to the Make a Donation tab, enter the amount you wish to give, and click Donate Now. It is literally that simple. And if you're not registered, head to hospitalgala.ca and get on board right now. All right, everybody. Is everybody locked, loaded, and ready to go? Because every time someone donates, we will watch that totalizer on the screen show us real-time results. So I'm just going to say, does anybody want to give a $50,000 gift and really crank this up? But my goodness, we are already sitting at $25,870. Friends, we want everybody to be a part of this moment, and I am looking at the names coming in, and I want to say a massive thank you to Stan and Josephine Sajnovic. $10,000! Thank you so much. And I'm seeing the name John and Mark Mayo. They are in at a $5,000 gift. And Dr. Nancy Merrill, $500. Dr. Leah Babcock, $200. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing the names coming up on the screen. We are driving those fundraising dollars up. Susan Wilson, thank you so much for your $500 gift. Jay Fallis, you're in at $200. I encourage anyone who hasn't donated yet, please give whatever you can. Every dollar counts. Every dollar makes a difference. We need you to be generous tonight. We need to keep those donations coming, and we need to make tonight a record-breaking night for soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at the screen, and right now I am seeing those donations rolling in, and I thank you. Right now, folks, I gotta catch my breath. I need a moment. I'm working hard. It's warm in here. I'm excited. I'm gonna grab myself a lovely cool beverage with a couple of ice cubes in it. In the meantime, I am very pleased to welcome Jacob Pierce, who will be performing It's a Good Life If You Don't Weaken. Jacob, over to you.
Color of the night and all the smoke for one life gives way to shaky movements, improvisational skills, a forest of whispering speakers. Let's swear that we will get with the times, current health to stay. Let's get friendship right. Get life day to day. In the forget your skate stream, full of countervailing walls. It's diverse as ever seen. Proceeding on a need to know. In a face so full of meaning, to almost make it go. For a good life we just might have to weekend. Find somewhere to go. Go somewhere needed. Find somewhere to grow. Grow somewhere needed. Color of the night, all the smoke in one life gives way to shaking movements, improvisational skills in the forest of whispering speakers. Let's swear that we will get with the times, the current health to stay. Let's get friendship right, get life day to day. In the forget your skate stream, full of countervailing walls. In the verses ever seen, proceeding on a need to know. In a face so full of meaning, is to almost make it go. For a good life we just might have to weekend. Find somewhere to go. Go somewhere we need it. Find somewhere to grow. Grow somewhere we need it. Find somewhere to go. Let's go somewhere we need it. Find somewhere to grow. We grow where we are needed. 'Cause in the forget your skate stream, you can hang your head and whoa. As diverse as ever seen, know which way to go.
That totally gave me the chills, and not the spooky kind. Seriously, guys, that was absolutely great. I cannot wait to hear more during the after party. So now, friends, let's shift the tone and focus on why we are here tonight. You heard Shelley tell us how a ventilator saved her life while she battled COVID-19. Folks, ventilators save lives every day. And soldiers save lives every day, like Preemie Jack, who you met during the pre-show. Let's meet Eileen, who now has 2 birthdays to celebrate each year. One day, she just didn't wake up. 2 months later, she walked out of soldiers with a new lease on life. Here is Eileen's story.
On June 24, 2017, I started actually my second life. I had a heart attack or my blood sugar went low, one or the other, and that was still a debate for a long time. And to this day, I don't think anybody really knows what happened, but my heart stopped. We were getting ready for a yard sale the day I didn't wake up, and I was still trying to get things done, and I eventually went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's the last thing I remember.
All I remember is hearing a bang, and I think that Eileen must have somehow hit her phone off of the night table, so it woke me up, and for some reason I just had this sense that there was something wrong. I couldn't wake Eileen up. She had turned blue, so I called 911. As they're taking Eileen away and they're doing CPR on her, is that the police officer
said, come and sit in the front seat. So they stayed with me until I could reach a friend to meet me at the hospital, and then I just sat there and waited until I didn't know anything. She was on the ventilator. They were having trouble taking the tube out, and every time they would think about doing something, Eileen's body reacted negatively to it, so that's when they decided to actually put the cannula in. So that was about in the 3rd week, and within 3 days, it was like a miracle. Then they were able to slowly start to wean her off the ventilator, start weaning off some of the medications. She actually became alert. I asked if I could bring the dog in. There's a photograph of Mickey sitting out on the front stoop, and he would just sit there, and he was waiting for Eileen to come home. He totally ignored Eileen and went down by her feet. And what I realized later is that he didn't recognize any of the smells of her except for her feet. Because everything else, by this time, there were so much equipment around and the noises and everything, so he wasn't comfortable, but he was just stood guard at her feet. That equipment is very high demand. And when it's in high demand, it's kind of scary to know that you might be holding somebody up. Because at one time, I think Eileen had 8 pumps on. And I remember a day they were looking for pumps, and they came in the room and realized, no, we're not taking any of these. But you just realize how important they are. It was a long road, but she was alive and we could communicate, and her memory was there. Somebody was watching over her, and she got the best care immediately that she could.
After I realized what was going on, how lucky I was and how good the care was to get me back to being me again. Like, I am me again. Right, Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eileen, for sharing your story. All right, I know that the fundraising is humming along, but you're not going to believe this. We just got a call on our bat phone, and I've got some massive news to share right now. Angelo and Gina Orsi and family from the Orsi Group, are you ready? Have just told us that they will match up to $10,000 in donation made from this moment forward. Folks, that means, if you think about it, if 100 of you get on board right now and make a $100 donation, those donations will be matched by the Orsis. Come on, everybody. We need you to pull together. We need to do this for our community. We need your donations, and we are humming along. In the meantime, I was given some notes here because we've had some other really fabulous donations come in. David and Joanne Rose, $6,000. David and Joanne, I love you. Elizabeth Marsh, $1,000. What an easy way, an easy number to balance your checkbook right there. Aurelia Power Generation Corporation, $1,000, and we thank you for that. We're sitting at $36,370 of our $50,000 goal. Ladies and gentlemen, please, friends, we need you. Please don't take your foot off the gas. Soldiers needs you more than ever, and it's time to show your support, and I need you to dig deep. Keep going. Don't be afraid. We have an anonymous donor who came in at $5,000. Walwyn Electric Services, thank you so much. We appreciate your $250 gift. Tina Becker, a $200 gift. Susan Caracciolo of Blue Heron Resort came in with a $100 gift. Tom Hussey, $100. Sharon and Edmund Murphy, $100. Ed Wilmot, $200. And then I want to Trish McCracken, are you out there, Trish McCracken? Because Trish McCracken is a double dipper donor. Trish McCracken gave $20, and then Trish McCracken came back and boom, slammed it with another $100 gift. Trish McCracken, we love double dippers, and especially when it's about donations. Christine Johnstone, you came in at $100. Thank you so much. We've got Richard O'Neill, a $40 gift. You know what? Very, very important. Every gift makes such a difference. The 20s, the 30s, the 100s, all of it makes a difference. Angela Dutot, $40. $40. Nancy Molfetta, thank you for the $60 gift tonight. Angela Spano, you came in with a $100 gift tonight, and we thank you. Sandra Lloyd, you're also in at $100. Tara Rudd, $100. Donna Richardson, you're in at $100. Friends, we can do this. We are going to crush this. You know what? I need you to make that donation tonight. Tonight of all nights. We need to have everybody on board. Tonight of all nights, this year of all years is so different. It's so needed. And it's so vital. Your support means everything. It means the world to soldiers. It means the world to everybody that is going to go through those emergency doors, get that exceptional care, and walk out with a new life. Friends, you've heard the stories tonight. Those stories are not going to end. Tomorrow, those stories will continue with the patients that walk through those doors. Please give whatever you can tonight. I need everybody on board. All right. I am going to take another quick break, so let's take a moment and thank our generous sponsors. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Northern Birch Boutique. A shout out to Dave Shaw from Maker's Market for handcrafting the lovely charcuterie boards included in your VIP packages tonight, and Eclectic Cafe for providing the delicious spread. Thank you to Eclectic Cafe, Rustica Pizza Vino, and Lake Country Grill for putting together some amazing menus for this evening's dinner party deliveries. Special thanks to Six Doors Up, OC Emporium for putting together the beautiful centerpieces that also accompanied this evening's dinner parties. Thank you to all of the generous silent auction donors. Our online auction has been a smashing success. Please keep on bidding. Folks, we are winding our way down to the end of the formal show, and then we're going to launch you right into the after party. You know, tonight I have witnessed the epitome of humanity right here in this community. Thank you to the patients and families who so vulnerably shared their stories with us this evening. Rebecca and Aaron Newman, Jack's parents, Rita Dorst and Lori Chrysler, Shelley Biscoe and Sarah Waltman, and Paul and Eileen Leishman. And finally, thank you to all of you who joined us tonight and made a donation in support of critical care and ventilators at Soldiers. You showed up ready to support this evening, and we are so thankful and appreciate you all so very much. Now, just a few final housekeeping items before I sign off. You have just a few minutes to submit your costume contest photos and jack-o'-lantern contest entries to us. Email your photos to events@osmh.on.ca ASAP. Our judges are actually eating pumpkin tarts as they await your photos, and they will be deliberating in just a few minutes. And trust me when I say, there are some fabulous prizes to be won. Head on over to our Facebook page to see contestant photos and winners announced. There are only a few more minutes left to purchase your 50/50 tickets as well. Go online to hospitalgala.ca and buy them now before it's too late. The draw will take place at 10 p.m. and winners will be posted on our Facebook page as well. And finally, our donation page will be open all evening. If you haven't already donated, or as I say, perhaps you would like to make a top-up donation, make your way over and show your support. All right, my friends, that is it for me. My name is Layne the Auctionista, and it has been a pleasure to be with you tonight. Anyone else craving pumpkin pie? All you pumpkin cravers out there, make good use of the bounty. And now it's after party time. It's time to kick up your boots and dance like no one's watching. Enjoy the talent of our local musicians and have a great rest of the night.
Hi, my name's Bernadette Connors, and this is my brother John Connors, and we're going to play a song of mine called Georgina. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a lady of the lake. I learned to drive on a dirt road, and I got all it takes. I see myself in the water, and my footprints in the sand. The moon can push and pull the tide, but this is where I stand. Georgina, I can never really leave you. I've been all around the world and still you bring me back again. Georgina, I've got friends in the city. They've got a tower and everything. I tried it out for a little while, but when you don't have roots, you can't grow wings. Georgina, I can never really leave you. I've been all around the world and still you bring me back again. Georgina, when I'm gone I dream you. Late at night, later on, you're always on my mind. Georgina, should I stay or should I go? I'll always be scared of the great unknown. I see myself in the water. I see myself in the water. Georgina, you know I could never leave you. I've been all around the world and still you bring me back again. Georgina, oh Diana, much I need you. I'll always be a small town girl. You always will be mine. Georgina, 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 I see myself in the water. Thanks so much.
I'm going to mix it up today and play an old song. It's called When the Light Gets Too Strong. Sitting awake in your bedroom at night, you listen for the train that comes moaning, and the light gets too strong. Oh, the light gets too strong. We all know how it is, you disappear when the light gets too strong. Packing your bags, closing the door, quiet down the stairs and into the night where the light gets too strong. Whoa, hospital bed. Could you say something that's gonna rest her head? Grandma's in the hospital bed. Could you say something that's gonna rest her head? Grandma's in the hospital bed. Could you say something that's gonna rest her head? Grandma's in the hospital bed. Could you say something that's gonna rest her head? Grandma's in the hospital bed. Could you say something that's gonna rest her head? The V8 Ford is what you could find. You should have been there when the light got that strong. When the light gets too strong, oh, the light gets too strong. We all know how it is, you disappear when the light gets too strong. We all know how it is, you disappear when the light gets too strong. We all know how it is, you disappear when the light gets too strong. Look at them working in the hot sun. Hillary Taints and the fallen ones. Working and waiting for night to come. Somewhere out there is a place that's cool. Where peace and balance are the rules. Working toward a future like some kind of mystic Jew. You really up on the grimy pain and the hope that you can see. You stand up proud, pretend you're strong, and hope that you can be. Like the ones who cry, like the ones who die, trying to set the angel in us free. Waiting for a miracle. Struggle for a dollar, scuffle for a dime. Step out from the past and try to hold the line. So how come history takes such a long time? When you're waiting for You rub me up on the grimy pain.
stand up proud, you pretend you're strong in the hope that you can lead. Like the ones who cry, like the ones who die, trying to set the angels free. Waiting for waiting for waiting for a miracle. Waiting for waiting for you can never know what it's like, your blood like when it freezes, just like gas. There's a cold alone that shines from you, and wine like the wreck you had behind that past year. Did you think this war could ever win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. Got a taste for love in a simple way. Need to know I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Don't you know I'm still standing after all this time? Picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could hope to win, you're starting down the road, leave me again. All the threats you made were to cut me down. Love's just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Don't you know I'm still standing after all this time? Picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Don't you know I'm still standing after all this time? Picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
open wide. You'll be proud to have me by your side one fine day. You're gonna want me for your girl. Though I know that you're the kind of boy who only wants to mess around. I'll keep waiting, 'cause someday, darling, you will come to me when you want to settle down. One day, we'll meet once more. You will want back all the love you threw away before. One fine day, you're gonna want me for your girl. Though I know that you're the kind of boy who only wants to mess around. I'll keep waiting, 'cause someday, darling, you will come to me when you want to settle down. One fine day, we'll meet once more. You want back all the love you threw away before. One fine day, you're gonna want me for your one fine day. You're gonna want me for your one fine day. You're gonna want me for your girl.
Bringing that back, huh?
Bring it back.
Hi, my name is Megan. This is Russell.
Hi.
I hope you guys are enjoying your gala this evening. Thank you so much to all your hard work in this crazy, crazy year. Yeah, let's play another song, unless you have anything to add. Oh,
thank you.
Cool. I am a cup. Please come and fill me up to the brim with your hands and other things. You are the moon, beautiful and hiding too soon. One last kiss and then I promise that you'll miss. If this is over before it really had to start, I wanted you to know that it would have handled my whole heart. I am making plans. Should I include you in them, or I'll swiftly leave you to watch me? You are outer space, so far from this place. So call me back when you land. We gotta be holding close again. If this is over before it really got to start, I want you to know that it would have handed you my whole heart. If this is over before it really got to start, I want you to remember that I was not the one who would have wanted us to part. We are a song. We're pretty while we last, but then we're gone. Hit replay or save it for our day. But we are, what are we? We are, what are we? This is over before it really got to start. I want you to know that it would have handed you my whole heart. If this is over before it really got to start, I want you to remember I was not the one who would have wanted us to part. Cool, thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Alright, we're gonna do a song now by a Canadian artist, Alanis Morissette, and it's definitely both of our favorites, I would say.
I introduced her by letting you steal her cassette.
Yeah. That's what Big Brothers are for, right?
Jagged Little Pill.
Head Over Feet by Alanis Morissette.
was the spring of '72 and Philadelphia was humming. He was writing songs and searching for whatever that was coming. And if he never followed you, it wasn't that he wasn't thinking. He was searching for a little more while the alley boys were drinking. And The apartment was cold and the rent was too old. The piano was in need of a tuning. He put his fingers on the key, set his mind out to the breeze. On the day that Philadelphia was humming, and it sounded like life, and it sounded like living, and it sounded like something nobody had been given. Hear the ivories ring out through the boxcars of his house. He's been traveling a long way without moving. And the apartment was cold and the rent was too old. The piano was in need of a tuning. He put his fingers on the keys, set his mind out to the breeze, and he played for the creaking and the plumbing. The radio got wise to the shape and to the size of the magic that was living in his fingers. His voice was like a bird and it hung on every word. The beginning was beginning to begin it. The apartment was cold and the rent was too old. The piano was in need of a tuning. He put his fingers on the keys, set his mind out to the breeze. On the day that Philadelphia was humming. On the day that Philadelphia was humming. On the day that Philadelphia was humming.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike. Thank you for supporting Soldiers Memorial Hospital in Orillia. It's a pleasure to be part of this evening, and thank you very much for having me. I'm going to be playing a few of my own songs tonight. I hope you enjoy them. Paid my money and took my chances. Thought it funny, a bit romantic. Now I'm scraping together enough to get my ass on a bus. All the hours and days it cost me, I was lazy and then they tossed me through the window while I was wondering what the hell is all this fuss. I try to find the words to tell you what it's like where I was at. You ever seen a piece of driftwood? It kinda felt like that. Sailing on the ocean with a girl of few emotions. She asked me for a light so that she could read a book. Well, I never liked school that much with Euclid and Tintin and such, but every night as she lay there reading, I try to sneak a look. I try to find the words to tell you what it's like I was at. You ever seen a piece of driftwood? It kinda felt like that. Standing in your doorway, and I cannot see it your way. It's not that you're too smart, or that I'm a lousy dancer. It's not the way you love me, it's not this halo you nailed above me. It's not that I think you You don't deserve an answer. I try to find the words to tell you what it's like where I was at. You ever seen a piece of driftwood? It kind of felt like that. Well, I was down by Surfer's Paradise, round the place with the good fried rice. The last train was long gone and the moon was almost full. I sparked up a little fire, and with the waves did I conspire that when I awoke the next morning it would be to the tide's pull. I try to find words to tell you what it's like where I was at. You ever seen a piece of driftwood? It kind of felt like that. I try to find the words to tell you what it's like where I was at. You ever seen a piece of driftwood? Well, that's one that I wrote when I was living in Australia years and years ago. And so was this one, actually. I wrote this one in Australia as well. Surfer's Paradise is actually a place in Australia, which I didn't really spend that much time in, but it seemed like a good name for a song, and that was the name of that song. Most people call it the Driftwood song, but this one's called Doing What I Always Done. Baby asked me if I fattened up for winter. Wise woman told me best learn to forgive her. Wise man told me you can't push the river. I'm doing what I always done. When I do what I always done, you know I get what I always get. Then I run where I always run, you know I meet who I'm always met. Well, I'm through running, baby, but I ain't through with you yet. Couple upstairs screaming passion and I can't sleep. Crows screaming murder as the morning creeps. Landlord screaming for his money, oh give me relief. I am doing what I always done. When I do what I always done, you know I get what I always get. Then I run where I always run, you know I sleep where I always slept. Well, I'm through sleeping, baby, but I ain't through with you yet. World looking for myself, cause staying in my room sure want no help. Can't hope for a royal flush when a full house is dealt. I'm doing what I always done, so I'm gonna build me a house out of rocks and clay. Live out in the sun, forget what they say. Build a life with my two bare hands, and then maybe someday I will do what I could never have done. Cause when I do what I always done, you know I get what I always get. Then I run where I always run, you know I meet who I've always met. And I do what I always done, you know I get what I always get. Then I run where I always run, you know I sleep where I always slept. And I meet who I've always met, and I keep what I've always kept. And I do what I always done, yeah. You know I do what I always done, you know I get what I always get. I don't play that song often enough. I might add that one back to the set list. It's been interesting being in the performing arts these last few months as the performing arts has sort of cease to exist in the ways that we're used to them existing. So thank you for supporting the performing arts, and thank you to Soldiers Memorial Hospital for including performing arts in this evening's events, and thank you to all the local artists who have participated and contributed their time and energy and talents to this thing tonight. And of course, thanks to you, without whom none of this would be possible. This song is called Nothing But a Train. When I ran with poets and I slept with seraphim, and every road led me to the state that I was in, I heard a distant rumbling that I just heard again. Thought it was my heart, at first it was nothing but a train. I threw out my belongings and I locked the attic door. Broke the silence of the house, kicking stones across the floor. There's one last photo of me standing half outside the frame, and that river in the distance, nothing but a train. Memory has blurred with time and I've lost all remorse, as collisions become the currency of those on a different course. I've stood upon the plateau and I've watched the circling cranes, but the song across the savannah was nothing but a train. I believe the words of God are written as we live. Some are caught like butterflies and some leak through the sieve. Some will dance before your mouth waiting for a refrain, but that whisper in the evening wind, it's nothing but a train. I woke the next morning in a penthouse in the clouds. I was broken by the weather, I was feeling kind of proud. The city was all but empty, no direction could I gain. Nothing could steal my heart from her, nothing but a train. Teresa wed a carpenter, and Faustina wed their son. The daughters moved, one to Halifax and one to Fort St. John. And though at times I loved them both, I did not love them the same. Thought it was my heart at first. Thought it was my heart at first. Thought it was my heart at first, it was nothing but a train, nothing but a train. I'm used to playing quite at this angle, so I need to adjust a little bit here. So everything in that song happened just the way it went down. Not that that explains a whole lot. It's kind of esoteric, I guess, but same with this song, actually. Everything in this song happened pretty much the way it's reported. I just got all poetic with it, so it might be a little tough to follow it sometimes. There's if you go, I'm just gonna adjust the camera a little bit here. I'm with a local Orillia record company called 112 Records. We got Ray, Sean Murray's band Ray, and Steve and Marty Van Cussel's band VK, who many of you may be familiar with. Nice little local label, and this is a video that I made with them a couple years ago now. Seems to be a good sentiment for these times. Climb as high as you like, babe, or even the angels have heart attacks. Look down if you like, but don't you ever look back. I've been in trouble 2 times before. Once for that, once for wanting more. First time I burned, second time I was saved, third time lucky. Don't you be afraid. I was no damn good. Think you can burn anybody when you're made out of wood. Spent the next while living out of my mind. Walls made of anger, ceiling of crying. It's not as bad as 40 days of rain, daytime TV, or shit cocaine. I stay with you cause you keep me good. Main Street princess, runner of the woods. Now the more I look, the more I see the reasons I'm living add up to 3. One's hanging on my neck, one's sitting on my knee, the other one's trying to get some sleep. Now the earth, the sea, and the sky are wide, and last night I slept on the Great Divide. I woke in the cycle play, the castle stands, don't you be afraid. Babe, I came back when the time was right. She says, I hope you learned. I said, I think I might. She's been speaking in tongues these last few days, between her and the Lord. Don't you be afraid. Have heart attacks. Look down if you like, but don't you ever look back. Yeah, don't you ever look back. Don't you ever look back. Nice to sort of get rocky and rolly every once in a while. So if you search my name, or go to the website, or the 112 Records website, michaelmartin.com, michaelmartin.ca, 112records.com, whatever's easiest. You too can have all these songs, I think, are available there through Spotify or Amazon or Apple Music or Google or the streaming platform of your choice. If that technology isn't available to you, contact me through the website and we'll get you set up if you like this. And thank you for listening. This is a song called Little Nest. I mistook jealousy for love, acceptance for happiness. I traded proof for the side. I'm gonna try that one over again. I mistook jealousy for love, acceptance for happiness. I traded truth for the stars above, instinct for a second guess. I proved a lot of people right, screwing up everything. Saw every flaw day and night, they never heard me sing. Shook the tree till the peaches fell, felt the sweetness on my tongue, made for a slicker light to tell in the fire in my lungs. Oh, did you see the stars last night? Oh, aren't they falling down like rain? That's the way I'll hold you tight, like two hands when they're praying. I have built a little nest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. No other head can never lay here to rest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. Now you need to know where you stand, some idea of what's in store, for every memory unplanned, for all your nights alone and more. Well, I see you standing there, and I wonder how can this be love? 'Cause I'm barely trying and I ain't scared, but you're all I'm thinking of. Yes, I see you standing there, and I wonder how can this be love? 'Cause I'm barely trying and I ain't scared, but you're all I'm thinking of. I have built a little nest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. No other head can ever lay to rest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. I have built a little nest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. No other head can ever lay here to rest. It's for you, it's for you, it's for you. It's for you. Yeah, it was called Little Nest, and further to my comments introducing that song, that one's actually not available anywhere. I haven't recorded that one yet. That's a brand new one. So this one, however, mentioned Never Look Back has its own video available through the 112 site, or it's on YouTube and all that stuff. This one just released a new video for this song. If I have a single, if I have like like a song that's a single, like for radio and stuff like that, it would be this one. But for me now, it's just me and a guitar, so it sounds a little bit different. But I hope you like it. It's called "Bad for You." Don't call the doctor. Don't call the priest. Don't call the judge or the jury or Saint Jean Baptiste. Don't call your professor. The hell's he gonna do? Read from the Iliad. I got a bad for you. Batten the hatches, trim up the sails, man the harpoon, sing us a tune about the great white whale. Scan the horizon, DC to Changzhou, Berlin to Baghdad. I got a bad for you. Some men are sinners, some men are saints. Some men get torn between who they are, oh Lord, who they ain't. Some men get jealous, think they've been played the fool, think they've been had. I got a bad for you. Now did you listen to what your daddy said? I take off my rose-colored glasses now, I just see red. Sweet little storm cloud, leave me all black and blue. As Greg Gala had, I got a bad for you. Solo and a little jazz there at the end. So I'd like to give a shout out, a big thanks to all the staff at Soldiers Memorial Hospital. A couple of friends of mine and I, in cooperation with a number of local artists, started a thing called Orillia Artists Care back in March, April. And the vision at the time was to show our support for local frontline workers, frontline health workers, by mounting a series of concerts, which we hosted through Facebook. We called it the Essential Concert Series. If you go to Essential Concerts on Facebook, you will see all these concerts. They're all archived there. And it was a real it was a really nice experience because we immediately decided that the beneficiary would be Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital Foundation, who, to recognize all the great work that they do in the community, they had a fund set up just to purchase, PPE and protective equipment for frontline workers. And we just all felt that this was a good fit for what we wanted to do and what we wanted to recognize. So it really is an honor and a pleasure to be invited back to support our frontline health workers, and as a member of the community, I'd like to thank all of you for supporting the Soldiers Foundation as well. I don't care what the morrow brings, it'll come the way it comes. I don't care how long it takes to get me back where I came from. I don't mind if it takes all night. Drag this out into the light. What I want to know, what I want to know is the depth of your emotion. If I could turn off what you turn on and practice what I preach, I would love you under a summer sun, escape the winter's reach, my eyes open underwater, swimming deeper than I ought to water. Want to know what I want to know is how many nights, how many days, how many others, and how many strays crawl around this earth waiting for the sky to drop. Oh, seek the shelter in this rag and bone shop, or run into the storm without fear, without caution. The depth of your depth of your depth of your emotion. Oh, you get a fine for your first offense. You get defined by a circumstance. You run around believing all you ever needed was some ground beneath your feet and more money than you could spend. You get cold in the summertime, bold after a glass of wine. You got each defeat playing on repeat, and you think it's sweet of me to hold the line. But every single letter, every single word, every praying cloud, every treeless bird, I'm no mind reader, got no magic potion. What I gotta know is the depth of your emotion. That one's called Depth of Your Emotion. I'm taking a swig from a Mariposa Folk Festival water bottle. Another great performing arts event, which, as many of us know, we didn't get to participate in this year. Not in the normal way anyway. This Mariposa is still doing stuff online. They're still presenting concerts online. So, and they're still looking for support. So if you're looking for something to do after supporting Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital Foundation, a very important cause in the community, Orillia Folk Festival, Mariposa Folk Festival, would also love any support that you can send their way. This is my last song for tonight. Thanks very much for listening. Thanks very much for being here. Thanks again for your support, and thank you for supporting all the other local artists and local businesses that have contributed tonight. I know Eclectic Cafe, I know my friends at Makers Market and Northern Joinery have contributed a lot to this evening. So these businesses support our local community. So if you're in our local community, you can support our local community further by supporting these local businesses. This is a song called Lift You Up. That's it. This is the song called Lift You Up. We knew when we started it might come down to this. I get another year on the road and you get another goodbye kiss. Our names are carved in stone and wood, they could wash away like sand or roll on down the street together like a couple of old tin cans. And these mountain nights get cold like this, and my bed is way too big. Your heart looks like an earthquake hit, and my brain is dancing jigs. And the life in the husky stations and the Motel 6 is where I'm bound. And you hate it when I tell you not to cry, so I won't make a sound. But I'll lift you up. Let me lift you up. Let me lift you up. Much of an offer, but it's the only thing I got. Not carrying on my back, oh, got stashed away in some box. Those times when your heart is aching and your resistance is getting low, and your spirit is long since tired of this game of ghosts. Let me lift you up. 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 Let me lift you. Let me lift you. Thanks very much for listening, folks. My name is Michael Martin.